Is the shine coming off the shiny pony? I'm Brian Lilly with Rebel.media. Most media folks still love Justin Trudeau. It's true. His fans are legion, especially over at the magazine Marie Claire, where they stare at and write about his butt. But I'm beginning to see signs that the shine is coming off of Trudeau, both at home and, yes, even abroad. Just 5% of Canadians have a positive view of the latest Liberal budget, the one that was all about the middle class and those working hard to join it. These numbers come to us from Nano's research, where they asked, would you say that you have a positive, somewhat negative, or negative view of the recent federal budget? I mean, the budget didn't get bad reviews. It was just widely reported as not having a lot of new spending, something I proved was factually untrue, but I digress. So the poll found just 5% have a positive view of Trudeau's budget. 33% have a somewhat positive view compared to 30% with a somewhat negative view, and 22% at negative. Those are not good numbers, folks. Maybe those numbers are the way they are because Canadians are not actually on board with what Trudeau's doing. Remember, he was elected with the promise of 3 small deficits, and then, well, according to one finance department report, it says we'll have deficits until the 2050s if we stay on the path that we're on now. Trudeau economics. But 90% of Canadians actually believe it's important to have a plan to deal with the deficit. Just 9% don't, and, well, 1% doesn't know. Trudeau has no plan, other than those fine economic words that are going to haunt him forever.
And the budget will balance itself.
No, it won't. And Canadians know that, and they know that Trudeau has no plan. In another question, Nanos asked how the government was doing in managing the country's finances. 41% said poor or very poor, 38% said average, and just 16% said good, while a measly 4% said very good. Are you getting the feeling that people don't trust Justin with our money these days? And then there's the international side to all of this. We know that the Canadian media swoons every time a foreign publication puts out a story about Trudeau or his family. I mean, he tells the New York Times there's no core identity in Canada, and much of the media just reach for the smelling salts before fainting in wonder at his greatness. There's a profile in a French magazine or American magazine about the Trudeau family, and it's rewritten for every publication across the country. But now comes this piece for The Guardian by Bill McKibben. Check out the headline on this one. Stop swooning over Justin Trudeau. The man is a disaster for the planet. Ow! Well, if you think that's bad, the subheadline is even worse. Donald Trump is a creep and unpleasant to look at, but at least he's not a stunning hypocrite when it comes to climate change. Ouch! Being compared unfavorably to Donald Trump in one of the world's leading progressive newspapers, that has to hurt a lefty like Trudeau. And unfortunately for Trudeau, the worst is yet to come. McKibben says that while Trudeau looks like he recently quit a boy band and is all about the politics of inclusion and gender issues, there's a problem. But when it comes to the defining issue of our day, climate change, he's a brother to the old orange guy in Washington. Oh yes, the left is not happy with Justin Trudeau on climate change, and the reason is he won't order that the oil be left in the ground. I mean, even as Prime Minister, he doesn't have the power to do that, so it's not like he's ordering the oil companies to extract the oil. That's up to the provinces to decide. But the left is upset that he won't do more to stop it, and in fact, he's approved a couple of pipelines. I mean, these guys don't care that he canceled Northern Gateway Pipeline, that he put a tanker ban on BC's coast for ports in northern parts of the province, even as 600,000 barrels a day of oil moved through the Salish Sea. Now, the left wants total adhesion to their creed of no oil ever, except to carry them to the next climate change conference in an exotic locale. I have a feeling that McKibben's column is the first of many to come. We're going to see more people realize that he didn't really deliver on his pot promise. Yes, it will become legal, but far more regulated and taxed than his supporters would like. He hasn't delivered on electoral reform. He botched that. His good looks and his gender parity cabinet will only go so far. So yes, the shine is coming off the shiny pony, and I couldn't be happier. If you liked the video you just watched, make sure you never miss a Rebel video again. Click here to subscribe, and make sure you're subscribed to our Rebel Canada channel for all the news about Trudeau that's unfit to print.